and welcome to Campus Connection. I'm Sarah Church.
And I'm Ryan Thomas. On today's show, we'll take a look at a campaign aimed at lowering the price of textbooks. We'll also talk with international students on campus and speak with President F. King Alexander about his first year here at the beach.
We'll also go into the life of game show host Jessica York and discuss couch dumping on the streets of Hollywood.
Later, we'll find out about the latest fashion, hair extensions, and see how a line of clothing benefits children around the world.
Students often complain about the price of textbooks. Here's a look at a campaign that's fighting back prices. Georgina De Los Santos has more.
College students spend an average of $900 a year on textbooks, which is about 20% of tuition at a public university and half the tuition at a community college. Most students agree that prices of textbooks are just too expensive.
It's just really hard for students since, we could barely go by on the tuition that's raised every year. Textbooks should be definitely lowered.
The high price of textbooks has even brought its concerns among professors, who also believe the prices are simply getting out of hand.
Yes, the prices are definitely outrageous.
With the rising price of textbooks, students have to look for alternate ways to obtain less expensive books, often leading to venues off campus.
I think the price of textbooks at the bookstore is too expensive compared to other areas where you can get books, such as online and at University Text around the corner.
One reason textbook prices are so high is because 80% of the nation's textbook market is controlled by 5 publishing companies, meaning that these companies are able to monitor the price of books. Most students agree that the price of textbooks is a strain on their education, and many believe it's time to take a stand.
I think, we need to write at least our bookstore and kind of do a boycott one year and go all the way online and just kind of let them know that we're not going to put up with the high prices. Student effort, along with organizations such as the California Public Interest Research Group, CalPIRG, are set to make change. They have initiated a nationwide campaign, Make Textbooks Affordable, aimed at lowering the price of textbooks before they get to campus bookstores.
We do go after the publishers because that's really where the problem is. There's a middleman of faculty and the bookstore, but they don't have nearly as much control over the price of textbooks.
With organizations such as CalPIRG taking a stand against the price of books, it is up to students and campus leaders to ensure their voices are heard.
The politics of the situation, it's kind of difficult, but hopefully campus leaders such as myself will be able to get some support for it.
Textbooks are an essential learning tool, and they should be affordable for students. Reporting for Campus Connection, I'm Georgina De Los Santos.
I agree. Textbooks should become a bit more affordable.
Definitely.
Now we'll visit with international students and focus on some of the obstacles they overcome. Here's Francisco X. Rivera with more.
Out of the 35,000 students attending Long Beach State every year, almost 1,300 come from overseas.
I come from Indonesia, and I believe the United States have one of the best universities in the world. So I came here to study in the university.
Things can be complicated for international students, considering the $6,000 full-time tuition per semester and the need to get used to a new country, thousands of miles away from home. Many students, however, coincide that language is still a harder obstacle to overcome.
At school, people understand I don't speak English well, but when I go to outside, people expect I speak perfect English, and sometimes I feel uncomfortable.
To assist with language and many other issues, there is a Center for International Education. This department, located in room 201 in Broadman Hall, has advisors that will assist foreign students with tutoring, immigration issues, and tips to adapt to the new culture.
The role of the Center for International Education is to be a one-stop shop and supply all the needs of any of the incoming international students.
It is obviously tough to adjust to living in a different culture. However, some international students have made the best of their experience at CSULB, and as television host Lindsay Cassinelli have become success stories after graduating.
I landed a job doing an angel show, a weekly show in the Spanish station that it's about baseball, about angels, and now I'm doing a Lakers show every Saturday at 10:30, Channel 22.
Traveling thousands of miles away from home can prove to be rewarding for many international students who are trying to broaden their education. Many of them will go back home with improved career skills, as many others will stay in America to try to expand their professional experience. Reporting for Campus Connection, this is Francisco X. Rivera.
Being an international student is exciting, but it definitely has its challenges.
When we come back, our own Andy Reyes has an exclusive interview with President F. King Alexander.
This is Tom Hennessy of the Press-Telegram.
And I'm Debbie Hennessy.
We want to thank all of you who have donated so generously to Operation Kids. Because of you, hundreds of Iraqi children have received school supplies, toys, and clothing.
It's not too late to get involved. Learn how easy it is at our website, www.operationkids.info.
That's www.operationkids.info.
Please help American soldiers help Iraqi children. Thank you.
Welcome back. As President Alexander concludes his first year here at the beach, he is here to talk about his future plans with Campus Connection reporter Andy Reyes.
Well, thank you, President F. King Alexander, for being here today and joining us.
Thank you, Andy. It's my pleasure.
You're very welcome. I wanted to bring you in just to kind of wrap up your first year, see how it's been going now that you're finishing up your first year here at Cal State Long Beach, and, just to see how you and your family are adjusting to life in California. So, how has it been the first year here at Cal State Long Beach?
It's been nothing but a lot of very pleasant surprises. The people, the commitment of the university, the community. It appears to be a very complex place from the outside, but when you get on the inside of Long Beach, as everybody knows, it truly is a very small community with a lot of good people who care about the building Long Beach for the right reasons and the role that the university plays in this community. So on the external world, it's been wonderful. Internally, the nicest thing I have to say about our campus is that our faculty, staff, and students seem to fully understand our mission and our role in Southern California and society. And the commitment to the mission of this institution, this public university, is very, very strong. And it's nice not having to go around and convince people of that. People know it, they feel it, and they act upon it, which is very, very nice for me as a president.
When you were here back last December, you said that trying to keep tuition costs down was something that was very important for you because, being a student that was, I guess, had a lot of debts, you are trying to work to try to keep that down, especially for students at your universities. Now, right now, the fees for this campus per semester are a little over $2,000. That's not including textbooks or if you house here. Is there any sort of plans underway right now to try to keep that tuition cost where it's at?
I think we as a campus have done about as well as anybody in the nation in this area. And when you look outside of our campus, and you look even in California and look outside even into the nation, something that we don't do enough of in Southern California, you'll find out that the National Public University average went up $345 last year, when ours went up $0. That puts the National Public University average about twice of what our average is as a campus. Our university is $1,400 a semester, about $2,800 a year, which places us roughly about 13th in the country in affordability of 450 public universities. In addition to that, U.S. News and World Report ranked us in another category that most people don't pay enough attention to as one of the top 5 universities in the least amount of student loan debt. Only 31% of our students leave campus in student loan debt, and the amounts that they leave campus with are roughly a little over $12,000, which is about $8,000 below the national average there, too. I think we're fighting a good fight. We've done well comparatively when many states and many universities throughout the country have caved in to the fact that higher education should be primarily a tuition-based driven system. Parents and students have ended up taking the blunt end of all of those decisions, while state legislatures from Ohio to Virginia have joined the New England states in abandoning public higher education, along with Colorado and a few others, and just simply saying students should pay for higher education and the taxpayers don't have to pay for it. California is putting up a good fight, like North Carolina and like Kentucky did, and we're fighting not only here to maintain that, but we're working in Washington, D.C. to make sure that those states are rewarded through the type of programs that are adopted outside of direct student aid initiatives. And that's what's currently underway in that's a whole nother discussion on those formulas that we're working on there.
It's been, I guess it's a statistic of sorts, that the average life of a university president is about 5 years at a campus. Now, where do you see the university going, or what do you hope to accomplish in 5 years?
In 5 years, assuming that my 5 years are up, and
assuming that you live up to that little statistic, like let's say you're only here 5 years.
I think it's funny, for public presidents it has dwindled down to about 5 or 5.5 years, and then they generally have had about enough, and they most of them go back into being faculty members, because private universities they tend to last a lot longer, 10 to 12 years. One reason is they get to pick their own boards.
Okay.
And when you pick your own boards, and you're able to eliminate the politics associated in most states. As for me, I think that we have a great university that has wonderful momentum, and President Maxson did an excellent job in really bringing the university together, and the university to believe in itself in a way that it's never perhaps done before. Everybody knows the momentum that we have. We're a strong regionally based university in the state of California. People in California know us very well. People outside the state don't know us as well, though. And we need to work on our national reputation, because the academic marketplace for faculty and good students certainly isn't limited to California. And as we grow and expand, we need to do some things from building our endowment. Our endowment needs to be much greater as a university. We need to utilize the capital campaign to support a lot of initiatives that would not get funded by the state or get funded by other revenue streams, but would get funded by private donations. We need to continue increasing our student success rates. Today, more important than ever, it means students have to succeed what they start. They have to finish what they start. And by that I mean they have to graduate. If students drop out today, their economic opportunities have never been less than they are today. And today, the earnings capacity of a college dropout is very close to that of a high school graduate that never pursued college. So today we need to make sure that that our students have every opportunity that we can provide for them to finish what they start, by making sure they understand the consequences of dropping out, but also helping one another as a campus to make sure that our students are graduating. If they graduate, we know statistically they're going to go on and do a lot of things. Very positive, both economic and social impact to themselves and our communities. If they don't, we know what will generally happen to them as well, and we know they'll be back here in about 8 or 10 years trying to finish under much more difficult circumstances, part-time circumstances, where they have family members and they're taking one class per year or one class per semester. So we need to work hard on improving our success rate as a university, our graduation rates. Also, we need to improve fundraising, and those are just some specific areas. We've got a lot of good momentum. We want to build on the momentum that we have and create a national identity for our university, an identity that we perhaps never had before.
Well, thank you, President Alexander, for meeting with me today. Ryan and Sarah, back to you.
Thanks, Andy.
TV personality Jessica York gives us a closer look into her glamorous life as a game show host. Here's Casey Cavanaugh with more.
Whether you feel like watching a show about traveling, taking a thrilling adventure, or an interactive game show, TV show host Jessica York lets you take your pick. York currently hosts 3 shows: Playmania on the Game Show Network, Hot Spots and Thrill Seekers on the Resort Sports Network, and also a travel segment on the Rachel Ray Show.
We've got to take a break. I've got a big ticket to cash. And drinks on me, everyone. We'll be right back after these messages. I'm just kidding. We don't drink on set here.
York began her career at a very young age by making her own TV commercials on her father's video camera and pretending to be a game show host. But luckily for her, it didn't just stop there. Shortly after she graduated from Fort Lewis College in Colorado, her professional career began to take off.
I started out actually as a news reporter and then a sports reporter for a small CBS affiliate in Durango. And then I moved to a sports network called RSN, Resort Sports Network, and then I moved to Portland, Maine, where I became a weather forecaster while I was still working with RSN.
Through all of York's experience with television, she has endured many interesting stories along the way.
I worked for a horse racing network, and that was tough. It was Imagine trying to do the weather when you know nothing about the weather, but you have to do it speaking French, and you've never learned French. So that was fun. I was making mistakes the whole time. And the great thing about that is that you really learn to just put on the bravest face you can and get through it. You have to learn somewhere.
Not only does York host these 3 shows, but she is also a personal trainer and has her own workout video for business travelers called Body to Go. York also teaches fitness classes 4 to 5 times a week. Even though York may be living her dream and has accomplished a lot throughout her career, she still has ambitions of hosting other shows.
I would love to host a travel show, and it's, the travel show I host is great. It's on a small network, and sometimes I think, oh, it would be so great to be on Discovery or the Travel Channel. That may change in 5-10 years once I get sick of traveling so much, but I really dig the shows that I host, and I'm happy to say that I am doing my dream job.
Whichever show you choose to watch, it is guaranteed to be a fun and entertaining time with York's bubbly personality. York shows us all that you can take the girl out of the hometown, but you can't take the hometown out of the girl. So what 4-letter word goes with meat, horse, and comedy? Well, I don't know, but if you watch York on GSN's Playmania, then you might be able to figure it out. I'm Casey Cavanaugh, reporting for Campus Connection.
Thanks, Casey.
Coming up next, we'll take a look at the not-so-glamorous side of Hollywood.
More than 1 million Americans will be diagnosed with skin cancer this year. Skin cancer can be deadly, but most of it can be prevented.
When you and your family are out in the sun, you need to slip on protective clothing, slap on a hat, and slop on the sunscreen.
Skin cancer can affect anyone, no matter what skin you're in. Whether you're working or playing, remember to protect yourself.
Although Hollywood is known for its image and style, there's a less glamorous side to Tinseltown. Here's Rod Spear with the story.
People come to Hollywood from all over the world, expecting to see bright lights, the famous Hollywood sign, and the Walk of Fame. However, many visitors encounter the unexpected and unpleasant sight of couches and other furniture dumped on the street corners and curbsides.
To Hollywood like 3 years ago, and it's been that way ever since I got here. There's always couches on every corner I go to. It's kind of weird because it wasn't like that anywhere else I lived, in other places in LA, but I don't know, it seems to be pretty pervasive.
Though abandoned couches often go unnoticed, many residents think we should get rid of them completely, but not everyone agrees.
Want to get rid of them? Why do you want to get rid of them, man? I like them. Some of them are very interesting. They're always back from the 70s or something like that.
In just a 5-block area, I managed to find 18 pieces of abandoned furniture, including the chair right behind me. Not only is this furniture an eyesore, but it brings down property value and it can increase rodent infestation. Huge billboards, unusual street performers, and Grauman's Chinese Theater are all features tourists want to see when they visit Hollywood, but not unwanted furniture.
Well, it would be, yes. It wouldn't be Hollywood to me to see that.
In addition to bringing down property value, couch dumping is illegal, and if you are caught using your vehicle to assist you with dumping the objects, your car can be impounded by the LAPD. Despite the fact that Hollywood is undergoing a multi-billion-dollar restoration, this couch dumping phenomena seems to be out of control. Many residents see no end in sight and wonder what will it take to bring glamour back to the streets of Hollywood. I'm Rod Spear for Campus Connection.
Thanks, Rod, for that interesting perspective on Hollywood.
Now April King will show you how the latest fashion accessory can instantly transform you from frumpy to flashy.
The latest, hottest craze in fashion was born in Hollywood. Celebrities like Jessica Simpson, Paris Hilton, Beyonce Knowles, and Eva Mendes are all wearing them. And now that the trend has hit the masses, women from all walks of life have embraced this new fashion it item.
It's been around for a while. Everyone has been wearing it. Well, a lot of people have worn extensions in the industry. That's basically where it was started. It's more of an image thing. And now it's just more accessible to people who are on the streets for the most part, or in the real world.
Hair extensions have gained popularity recently due to their exposure and acceptance in Hollywood. Celebrities have to constantly reinvent themselves, and all of the heat, chemicals, and style changes can cause extreme damage to natural tresses.
Everyone buys the hair every ethnicity that you can think of. They all wear it.
Hair extensions have been embraced for their convenience, their versatility, and their ability to allow a person to reinvent themselves. This trend has broken economic and cultural barriers to become a gateway to allow people to try different things.
You know, the different changes you can get without always changing yourself. You know, it's more instant. Like Paris Hilton, if she want long hair, she can get extensions added. I mean, thin hair, you can get extensions added.
It's exciting to know that it's easy to experiment with new looks.
It's all about the attitude. So, you know, like 1 minute I may want to be short and short with the hair and just have a whole new look, or I can go long the next day and be a little bit more flirty with the hair.
Once you decide on the look that you're after, there are several techniques you can choose from depending on the level of commitment that you want to make.
If you get them bonded in, they last a little bit longer, because until your hair grows out and it starts to catch in between, you really can go as long as you want.
So now that you know what it takes to get that Hollywood style, go ahead and transform your look. It's all about fun and experimentation. Play with colors and lengths while making people wonder how you put off such extraordinary style with ease. I'm April King reporting for Campus Connection.
Here's April King in the studio with hairstylist Christina Sneaks.
Hello. Today we have Christina Sneaks from Electric Hair Inc., located here on campus. Hi, Christina. Thanks for joining us today.
No problem.
So, why a beauty salon on a college campus?
It has a lot of traffic. It has a lot of people that can come in. There's always people. There's always something to do. School goes on year-round, so we get a lot of generated public. We're open to everybody, so it's just a good place to get a lot of business.
So what kind of services do your salon offer?
We offer a lot of services. We do anything that has to do with hair. We do nails, although right now we don't have a nail person. We do waxing. We pretty much go from the broad range and the extensions too. So we're a full-service salon.
So Christina, since most students are on a tight budget, what type of programs do you have to make it more affordable for the students to use your services?
Our salon is generated for the students. That's why we're on the campus. All of our prices are low budget for the students because we know that they don't have the most money. We do a lot of promotions, a lot of sales. We discount a lot of prices. We have right now a spring parking pass that's going on. You can come in. You don't have to buy anything. If we draw your name, you get a free parking pass. So it helps them out because they can be expensive. So we do a lot of the different promotions, and we try to help save them a little bit of money throughout the year.
Well, that's great. A free parking pass? How do students apply for that?
They just come in. We're located on the second level of the student union, and you fill out a piece of paper with your name, phone number, and email, and then as of January 8th, we'll draw your name, and if you win, then we'll contact you some way, and we'll just fill out the paperwork and pay it for you and send you the parking pass.
So are people not affiliated with this campus welcome to come into the salon, or is it only for students and employees here?
No, we're open to everybody. If you hear about us, you're more than welcome to come in. You can walk in, you can make an appointment. We're pretty much open to everybody. We focus basically on getting our name out to the campus and the faculty, students. There are people that hear about us outside and some of the alumni that come back, but they're not our big concern. Our big concern is the people that are here every day.
So what are some of the most popular services that you guys do in the salon?
Most of our business just comes from the haircut and the coloring. A lot of people, they like to go dark during the fall, light during the spring, so we get a lot of people that come in and do the change in between their class.
So how do you reach out to students and people in the community to let them know about your salon?
For the community, we pretty much base it on the referrals to our clients. If we do a good job and they think we do a good job, they go out and give us referrals. We try to come and get our name out in the newspaper and the radios on campus and just have everybody kind of talking about bringing everybody else in.
Well, thanks for joining us today, Christina. Now back to you guys.
Thanks, April. Now I know where I should get my hair extensions.
Ryan, I don't think that's such a good idea. How about we take a commercial break? When we return, we'll learn more about how a local clothing company is helping less fortunate children around the world.
August 9th, 1999. I was raped. I felt dirty, and I lost sense of security. Victim assistant helped me with counseling. They helped me write a victim impact statement. And because of that, my rapist got 20 years. With the right help, you can move on with your life.
Welcome back to Campus Connection.
As clothing companies compete to keep up with the cutting-edge fashion standards, other companies are using their innovative style and profits to help benefit people around the world.
More than ever, American consumers are making a conscious effort to support companies that produce eco-friendly products and manufacture their goods in a sweatshop-free environment. Best friends Tyson Rivera and Ryan Thomas had this in mind when they founded Pure Evolution Clothing Company, with the hopes that consumers would support their efforts to turn company profits into hands-on mission work around the globe.
There's a lot of companies who give back, and a lot of people support different causes. For us, we didn't want to just give money or give supplies. We wanted to actually get out there and interact with the people.
Pure Evolution goes a step beyond just donating money to charities.
We go outside the office to give back to others. A lot of companies, a lot of CEOs can write checks to nonprofit organizations, and they can see that it's making a difference, but do they really go out and find out what the people need?
Thomas and Rivera planned a trip to Honduras to see firsthand where their money was needed most.
We took a team out there, went into the villages, we met with the people, talked to them, saw where they lived, saw what was needed.
We brought them things such as toothbrushes, we brought them books, we brought them personal hygiene stuff just to make their daily life a little better.
Pure Evolution's mission statement says, quote, "We believe that together we advance the cause of humanity and help elevate life." The company's trademark, Elevate Life Now, is incorporated into many of the clothes designs. Designs made to suit a variety of consumers.
We're marketing towards 16 to about 30-year-olds. We're doing an upscale casual line. We have men's, women's, children's, as well as dog clothing.
The unique washes, thin materials perfect for layering, and range of sizes are enough to sell the clothing.
It's nice and stretchy, you know, I love stretchy clothes because, you know, I'm a big guy.
But the mission of Pure Evolution is an added selling point.
I think my favorite part is that it goes to a good cause in the end, that part of the proceeds go to other countries that really need the support and help right now.
Pure Evolution works directly with major nonprofit organizations and donates countless hours to help elevate life in over 190 countries. But that's only the beginning. Thomas and Rivera have set Pure Evolution's official launch date to be in early 2007. However, their website will be up and running before Christmas of this year. To see more footage of the guys' mission work overseas and check out upcoming merchandise, visit www.pureevolutionclothing.com. Reporting for Campus Connection, I'm Sarah Church.
Wow, those guys at Pure Evolution sound pretty cool.
You would say that.
I did.
We hope you enjoyed this edition of Campus Connection. I'm Sarah Church.
And I'm Ryan Thomas. Thanks for watching, and remember, stay diverse, Long Beach.